Now, if I talk about in the greater context of things, which I also commented on the post, was is this really how we should be building a World Heavyweight Championship feud? Because the entire build for Jey Uso versus Gunther, it seems more like a mid-card title feud. It doesn't have that level of heat that you would expect for somebody had winning the Royal Rumble. Like imagine, think back 2005 when Batista won the Royal Rumble. The heat that he had in his program, like when he was ultimately decided whether he's going to challenge for JBL or Triple H, and then after he selected Triple H, that feud had a lot more heat to it than what Jey and Gunther had. And I don't know what they can really do. I mean, I've thrown out some ideas of Gunther embarrassing the family and doing some stuff like that, maybe choking Jimmy out, because Jimmy isn't really doing anything aside from being desperate, you know. But I just don't think that it has the gravity that it needs to have, especially for somebody who won. Like the Royal Rumble is arguably the biggest match of the year, because aside from WrestleMania, because that shows you who is going to be the main event talent, the main event match for WrestleMania. But just what they're giving with this, I honestly don't even know if Gunther and Jey are going to main event. I mean, I know that Cody and Cena. I mean, I would not be surprised if Cody and Cena main event over Jey and Gunther.
They definitely will. I can tell you that right now.
And I wouldn't be surprised. What are some of the other matches? And then we have.
Isn't it technically two main events because it's one, night two?
It is, but then you see people making a strong case, and they're saying that okay, the women's championship they should get a main event, and I don't think that that's necessarily true. I think that you should put whatever program has the most heat and the most investment as the main event, not just because we have one men's main event and one women's, because it's just like you're just checking off the women's box. And I'm all for, like, I think a few years ago when they had it was the Becky Lynch main event, that was certainly hot enough to main event, and I'm all for that. But just with the current program with Rhea, Liv, and Bianca, it's going to be a great match. But in terms of investment into the program, it doesn't have that same gravity to me. I don't see that. I don't want to see that show be the ultimate image that when the show goes off air and the fireworks going off. It just Cody and Cena. That's probably the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to be quite frank. And then you look at Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. Well, I don't have to say any much more. That's nobody wants to see that main event. Nobody wants to be the last thing to go home on the big show.
I think the lack of different things that's happening in the storyline is just comes with the not really lack of creativity, but really the lack of ideas. Like it's kind of like what else we do with Gunther and Jey? They kind of went against each other for the Intercontinental title. I think they went against each other for the other championship too, the World Heavyweight Championship too already. So it's other thing like what else can we do with Jey and Gunther? But I want to ask this. I posed a question with the lack of interest in from you personally, with the lack of interest between Gunther and Jey as far as the storyline was. Would it have been better if Jey had won the Elimination Chamber and Cena had won the Royal Rumble?
Would have been better. And they still chose their respective champions.
Right. I guess for the storyline for Jey and Gunther. Because like you said, the Royal Rumble is a big thing, but him winning the Royal Rumble doesn't seem like it's a main event, title. It seems like it's
not the priority.
It's more like it's a mid-card title. So yeah.
Like if you swap this and made this Intercontinental Championship program, I think this might be passable. I mean, in a bubble, like I said, this week was fine. But if you compare it with what Gunther did in the previous weeks, between him not appearing and just choking Jey out, and then also having the segments with Alpha Academy. Alpha Academy are footnotes, and just I don't think that they should be used to be further in the feud between Jey and Gunther at this point. It's already, this is supposed to be, this is still at a simmer, cooking terminology. I don't know how often you cook, Josh, but I cook. This is still simmering, okay? Right now, this should be on full heat. They should damn near be ready to burn the house down, and that's not what we're seeing right now.
Well, we still have a month until WrestleMania.
I mean, do we really want to wait till last minute though?
No.
It doesn't seem very long-term storytelling to me.
Well, there's different ways of long-term storytelling. You say it's last minute. We say we planted it 2 years ago, and it's just it's sprouting right now. If you really think about it. But yeah.